Hey yo, what it is, man? It's your boy Rob Ski, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, man, I'm back in the 865, but oh my goodness, man. Look who I done stumbled up on the 865, y'all, man. A legend, the presence, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr.Serv On. Yeah, y'all know him.
What's up, man? Just out here in Knoxville, man. Just where people wouldn't expect me to be doing, what people wouldn't expect me to be doing. So, you know, that's how you get ahead in the game.
Right, man. So what brought you to Knoxville, man?
Well, a while back, man, I got, hit on MySpace from some little guys and checked his page out, wanted to know if I'd do a song with him or whatever, whatnot. And I checked the page out, I liked what I heard, you know what I'm saying? Little guy, Jay the Ghost, guys from Backwoods, so. And a lot of people in the game these days, man, they play games, I want to do a song, I want to do something. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Next thing I know, besides money in the track being there, when I asked for it and what I asked for, next thing you know, it's like, won't you come out here and let's do this, let's do an album together, what would it take and different things. And at the time I wanted to get away for a minute from everything, and this was kind of like a good place. And again, Izzy, Jay, they kept their word. It was like, we're gonna get you here, you wanna come here, you wanna get away, come out here by us and do what you need to do. And in the meantime, they was mixing an album from an album that never even came out yet. Actually, an album, they the only ones that ever heard it. And they was doing that in the process, mixing, engineering, and all that. And before you know it, we like, okay, I'm going back home and sitting back, and then it was like, I gotta shoot these guys. Always kept their word, and before you know it, I'm out there shooting videos, finishing up their project, shooting videos for their project, Southern Keys, that I've done right along with them, just co-signing really that these guys is the real deal.
Cool, man. So what has Serv On been up to, man? Where you been at, man? What's been on? What was Serv On, man?
I'm back for good. It's like 1 or 2 projects, and I got other things I'm doing, clothing stores and stuff, jean stores for women, clothing for women, and you know what I'm saying, and different things like that, because women spend money, men spend money on women, so I want your money, and that's what I'm saying. But and I got been writing movie scripts and things like that, and just a lot of different things, man, that was like kept me on the under, that I was able to chill with my kids. So.
That's cool, man. So, man, speaking on the whole no limit thing, man, what, the story, I don't guess a story or whatever really happened, came out, but what actually really did happen? Can you speak on that? What was the thing behind that?
What it was, man, I think at a time when you get to a certain level, and I think, P, we were all close, and it was always a close-knit situation. It wasn't just Master P, a brain behind it. It was everybody's working, and he taught us a lot, and so we were so used to being close-knit doing what he was doing, and then, it got to a point where I think he really didn't feel it much no more. I guess, I don't know if it was like, okay, I'm not trying to die in this and whatever, not. He wasn't feeling all the craziness in the game, and he started playing ball, which got him away from the company, which left the company being run by one of the execs who really didn't know anything. And so, you know how that game goes. And so, the closeness wasn't there no more, the family wasn't there no more. It was like one person over here with his crew, one person over there with his crew, and it wasn't what it was. And then the kind of backbreaker was when the producers, when they had their beef with P, and they just went separate. Everybody, was like, I'm not working with no other producers. And then, people start taking sides here and there. I'm not doing this and doing that. But contrary to what people said, about he got rid of people, he didn't get rid of nobody. Everybody that left there walked off on their own. And some went to jail, some things happened. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people just was, after the producers left, and I got caught in the middle because 2 of the producers were my producers, KLC and Craig B. They were guys that I brought, and it was kind of like, which put strain between me and P, because, hey, he's got beef with KL and problems with them. So it's more or less, it put my project, my 3rd project coming out, all that stuff, and next thing I know, just so much going on, and me being a man and being the way he raised me, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do me, you go do you. I thank you for what you gave me, and I'm going about my business. You know what I'm saying? And that's how most things happen. Everybody was like, I'm gonna go do me, but he didn't get rid of everybody. Like people was talking, he was in California. You know, he wasn't nowhere around us when everybody started going their ways. So for you know, all the little radio stuff that I know, he did a few things and it was like he got rid of people and knew no limit and all this other stuff, man. And, you know, I mean, people walked on and they went their ways, you know what I'm saying? And that's how that happened, man. It wasn't that. You don't get rid of something that, and he loved money. He loved money more than he loved the rap game. And you don't get rid of something that was helping you see 13, 14 million a month, not a year, a month at one time. So you think about that. If you love money more than you love music, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to get rid of all that. So contrary to what y'all heard, none of that. And, you know, so that's how that went.
That's cool, man. Hey, man, just describe that atmosphere, man. You know what I'm saying, that y'all was in, man. Because it looked, from the outside looking in, it actually looked like it was actually a positive atmosphere, but it was just high octane, man, like, you know, all times.
I say it, and I'm sure a lot of people gonna see this. None of the labels out here right now, none of them, and I mean none of them, and I'm not stuttering when I say none of them. Every label that y'all see, TV or not, I don't think they have the closeness that we had. You know, we wasn't just family, we knew each other. You know what I mean? Everything we did together. You know, you was in studio, when you left studio at 4:30, everybody had to go play ball together, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we stuck with each other, and we kind of kept that outside atmosphere, you know, away. And so even when it came down to doing albums, if he came in and said, need I say more? You know what I'm saying? So if you got, and then you look to your right, you know what I'm saying, you got Fiend in here, you know, need I say more? So, and Mia in here as a female that will rip any male up anytime, any day. You know, so you got to think, you know, you had to come right. You know what I'm saying? And you always competitiveness, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it just was, I think no label would be like that. We didn't have all the stuff you hear about some of these labels when they're in studio and getting into it. You know, we wasn't with all that, man. If you had a problem and you and another person had a beef or whatever, you put them boxing gloves on like men. And if you ain't gonna put them gloves on, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I heard something about that. So It was true that it was a boxing ring.
It wasn't really a boxing ring. What it was, we had a room. And, you know, and to keep the confusion now with all that shit talking, when, you know, come around with a bunch of, you know, rappers or whatever, and all that, you know, there ain't no pistols in here. All that, you know, everybody pull their pistols these days at no limit. If we and you had an issue, you know, it was simple. You know, if we start screaming out at each other about the beef or whatever, first thing somebody senior in the room gonna say, you know what, y'all wanna put them gloves on? If y'all gonna run your mouth at each other like that, if you say no, then you gotta leave it alone. But if you beef that bad, you put them gloves on. And you know, that mean as a man, you had no pistols, no nothing. You had to step in there, and sooner or later, them gloves gonna wear somebody down. So all that beef was over, you know what I'm saying? And you handled it like a man. And that's the way things was out there.
Did you ever go in the room?
Not really, man. Not really, man. I had one little.
Come on, man. Tell me who you beat down.
No,
man. Come on, man.
We didn't have no win. Not like that. Nah,
for real.
Nah, me and somebody, we put the gloves on one day, man, and one of the artists, and we went toe to toe for a second, man. But other than that, I never really, cause I never was one, man. I'm never one to be with all that screaming and hollering and all that stuff you see where guys are so gangster 24/7, not 24/7. I've never been one to be with all that. I've been one to be like, okay, you know, we talk about this, but if it get to that point, I hope you know what you're doing.
Right.
Cause I'm gonna give you a problem if that's what you want, but we can talk about this before you do that. You know, and so I never really got into it with people at No Limit. I mean, I was always that one really trying to say, hey, y'all don't do that. You know, and had seniority from P to be like, if I'm not here, man, you know, make sure these things are handled. So, you know, I never really, you know, had one little thing and it was toe to toe, and yeah, we did each other, and it was left for us men.